Alrighty, let's do Divine Feminine Oracle read. Let's see what your fortune is today. Luck is the byproduct of busting your fanny. So that means that whatever it is that you're wanting to do, just work it, okay? So, there's people that say we make our own luck, and that's absolutely true, or at least get ready so when the opportunity shows up, you're ready. Okay, so let's do, this is Pleasure Oracle. We had one about taboo the other day, which I thought was excellent. So really like these oracles. I think I got them in Seattle. I think. I don't remember. Or Fort Worth. I can't remember. All right. Welcome to my channel. If you're subscribed, thank you so much. That means that you're a student, family, friend, or one of my lovely students. If you're not, if you're subscribed, then you must be one of those. If you're not, then I would greatly appreciate that you help me grow my channel and subscribe, okay, to my new viewers. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and it says, "Come to me." Manifestation is the process of selection rather than literal magnetism. That means co-creating your reality with the universe, picking your timeline and what happens therein. And every choice you make, simply wanting certain types of relationships isn't enough to call them in. Where self-determined and autonomous begins, we can do better than wanting alone. Action from a place of cosmic power and agency. Decide, then work on a deep subconscious level to truly accept your decision of understanding your worth and deservingness. A priori. There's all these words I don't understand. There's nothing wrong with a little come to me language when manifesting lovers. But remember, you're really coming to them. So step wisely and create affirmations that affirm your agency. So that's exactly what this is. Your fortune cookies. It's about really working and coming into the vibration and, the manifestation that you want. It's not just about attracting and deciding. Let me see what that word is. This is going to be really good in order to expand my vocabulary. And let me see, priori. Let me see, give me a minute. It doesn't have here. Priority. It doesn't have it here. Let's see. Priori, a term applied to knowledge considered to be true without being based on previous experiences, observations. Okay, so let's see. So this is, so it says deservingness of knowledge. Okay, so most definitely working on yourself in order to be able to come into the energy that you want and attracting your lover. So it's come to me, okay, and then affirming and doing those manifestations. So working on whatever it is that you want and really, in mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so this is Jessica Simpson. Britney Spears. I'm all over the place. Britney Spears Oracle, and I just thought it was going to be cute to get it. I was really surprised she obviously was into this. So here we are. Little star, right? So you are the star of your universe and your manifestations, okay? So coming into some sort of like stardom. It's in little steps, but it's coming. This is also like maybe like a little girl is what I'm sensing here. So maybe in the initial stages, okay? Maybe of self and being. Remember, these are divine feminine messages, okay? So about embodying everything. And maybe this is embodying like a girl-like innocence as well, and possibly knowledge, right, of whatever it is that you're wanting. And then Finch Spirit Guide. I love us. So let me read that as well. Finch Spirit, give me a minute. Finch Spirit is good time to experiment with how to best care for our mind, body, and soul. What did I tell you? It's not about being perfect. It's about finding what works best for us, right? You are in a phase in your life where giving back to yourself is important. Perhaps you have been sharing a lot of yourself with others, have come through a challenging time, or in the near future will be stepping up in a new way to share more creative energy and soul fire than ever before. All that you need to know now is that it is the right time to take extra care of yourself. So that's why it's like self, right? In mind, spirit, and body. It's not about us like a relationship. It's about us in mind, spirit, and body. Let me see. It's about working on yourself and giving back to yourself, as divine feminines and empresses. We're always giving to everybody and sort of somehow, somehow disregard ourselves. My ex-husband used to say, we take care of our cars much more than we take care of us, right? Of oneself. And that's true. You go get your oil change and your tires and this and that, and you just like you don't eat well or don't rest well or don't take the time to, really, really, work on yourself, okay? So work on yourself. This is about manifestations, mind, body, and spirit. What's best for you, so that way you can become, right? What does it say here? But remember, you're really coming to them, right? So you're manifesting, your lovers, right? But you're really coming to them, because the people that you will be manifesting are basically at that vibrational match. And so you have to up that vibrational match and match it if you want better, partners, lovers, spouses, partnerships, okay? And so you have here, how teachable are you? Absolutely. So how teachable are you? Are you stuck in your ways, and are you not allowing yourself to be teachable by the universe or by experiences or relationships that come to us, right? And so, it's about allowing and really, stepping into your power and learning your power, right? I think it says here something about knowledge. And so then you have here skull of light illumination. Crown chakra is really illuminating here, okay? Huge transformation. So you've had an epiphany about what it is that you want in a relationship and how it is that you can embody what it is that you want, so that way you're at that vibrational match, and that's what you're working on, right? That's what your fortune cookie's about. Like, what is it that, that you're working on? What are you busting your butt to or for? Because, what is it that you want? Do you want a more balanced person? So do you want a more stable person? So whatever it is that you want is what you become. And in becoming it, then you're going to them, right? Because you're already in it. And then so you have frost, ice cold, melting in time, a frozen glance at what lies behind, what lies ahead, what lies within, and the chilling frost of thy undead. So I think you're unthawing yourself, and I think you've been pretty cold in terms of emotions, or possibly allowing people in, or possibly fully embracing your divine feminine and your your power in divinity as a feminine, that I think you're sort of melting that away. You don't have to be so harsh. And so, I think that as women, we, that's why people, say that we're bitchy and this and that. It's not. It's just a lot of responsibility, right? And then if we come into a divine masculine that possibly is immature or whatever, then there's a lot of like stepping up into, roles that maybe, were not intended for us, or should have been more balanced, but they weren't. That's why, there's a lot of, child support, right? There has to be, like, there's been all these laws on child support. Part of that is because the men, don't take the responsibility. And I'm not saying all of them, but, if everybody would take the responsibility of whatever it is that they are responsible for, then there wouldn't need to be laws, to force people to equally, financially support, their children or whatever. So when that doesn't happen, and when that equality unbalances itself, right, the divine feminine has to go into a role of much, a much more nurturing or more supportive or more masculine energy, to create a foundation, a stability for her children, because she's not getting it from her partner. But when there's a full balance of that, then she can sort of ease up, right? Because she has maybe some support in the relationship, and it's more balanced. So that's why women go into these energies of trying to make sure that that they're produced, that they foundationally established and economically established, because they need to secure the foundation economically of their children. And so it's sort of when we melt away from that and understand that we can cover that even if we don't have a balance within our relationship or with being able to cover the children, that we don't have to be so cold and so harsh and so masculine, right? Part of our divinity is our femininity, and it's our ability to allow to come. So as we work this, right, we are working in mind, body, and spirit, to attract what we want, a soulmate, a partner. I don't believe in twin flames. We are whole. We don't need anybody. But I do believe in major soulmates. And soulmates can be anybody. It can be your parents. It can be your children. It can be me, right? It could be, it could be your enemies. It could be people that you struggle with. And so when we work on ourselves, then we're embodying what we need. And so we start attracting, right, the soulmates that we choose to be with in terms of vibration. And so we're coming to them because our work will allow us to sort of level up and go in, just as that person leveled up. And so rituals. So this is about really, maybe you're doing a lot of rituals, self-cleansing, maybe moon magic, candles are also rituals. There's a lot of, even if you're not spiritual, or maybe you are because you're here, right? But there's a lot of religions that have lots of rituals. Catholics have a lot of turning, lighting candles, that's a whole ritual in of itself, and so, there's all these rituals, and you can create your own ritual. And as I mentioned, this is about self-love, self-care, really, putting self first, as I tell my students and everybody that I talk to. When you take care of yourself first and you meet your needs, then everybody else will be taken care of. If you're overextending yourself and you're not really taking care of yourself, then what happens is that, then you don't have the ability or the energy to take care of those around you. The other thing is that let's get away from, saying bubble baths and manicures and pedicures are self-love. That is not considered self-love. That is nice, and that's grooming. But self-love is about, mental health days, about walking, about intaking appropriate, food in order for your body to be nourished physically, to doing exercise, to being at a, good health, whether it be weight or sugar levels or blood pressure, or whatever. So, so let's get away. And yes, we could do cleansings are very important. It's also about eliminating toxicity and eliminating people that put our vibration down, that make us feel bad. You should be with people that, that expand you, that grow you, that make you feel extraordinary, that make you feel like on top of the world. If you feel bad after you've been with someone, okay, they're not a good match, and they're not at a very good vibrational match. So cutting those energies that don't serve you are very important. And so, we have to get away, from, I'm taking care of myself, pedicure and manicure. No, it's about spirituality. It's about mind, body, and spirit. It is good to get your nails done, but it goes much deeper than that. It's not about going and getting your nails done. And really, in the end, that's a lot of superficiality. It's about, saying no. It's about creating boundaries. It's about not allowing people to overstep you or undermine you, right? And it's not about a confrontation or being on the defensive, but it's about creating healthy boundaries and not having to over-explain them because you're with people that truly understand them, okay? So I hope that helped. I know that I went sort of like on a tangent there. So let's keep going, all right? So rituals are really important. There's a new moon that's coming up on the 25th, so use that. New moons are incredible. They're about new beginnings. And then you have here leadership role. Step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. Absolutely. You're the unicorn, right? These are northern lights. You make the gods dance, right? The northern lights are about, the indigenous people, I believe, and, correct me if I'm wrong, but they believed that, that the gods were sort of like dancing and singing, right, with the northern lights, and I hope to see them one day. So it's about stepping into leadership roles. It's about, women are so mean to each other, okay? We're so quick to judge, just inspire people, say nice things. You can always tell, even if you don't know a person, that they got dressed up, even for them. I used to always try to find a compliment or some positive thing when I was in school, and my staff started telling me, oh, Miss Edwin, it's not true what you say, and whatever. And I said, every single time I say something is an absolute truth, because they would tell me, you said so and so looked nice, and no, they didn't. And I said, yes, they did. And so what happens is that maybe they didn't look nice for them, but they looked nice for the person that was doing it, because I knew them. So I could tell when they got dressed up. I could tell when they would do their makeup. I could tell when they bought something new for themselves. And so it's accepting that, and it's acknowledging it, and just, lifting that person up and acknowledging that you noticed that they did something different, so you can always find something good to say about somebody, okay, without having to lie or without having to make up stuff. Always, okay, there's always a very, nice thing that you can say. So be mindful and be generous in your compliments, specifically for women, okay, and to women. The drama queen, okay? So it says here, some people need a high level of attention to validate their sense of worth. Make sure that you are not that person staging needless plays. Absolutely. Don't be so dramatic, okay? You win nothing in the drama, and then all you're doing is attracting drama. So part of my well-being and part of my being in my power and in my boundaries is that if you have drama around you or you're involved in drama, I will not deal with you, because you're attracting that and you're allowing that. It's sort of like gossip, right? If you are hearing something, even if you don't say it, and people come to you this and this and that, and you don't stop it or you don't walk away, then you're contributing. And then you have the alchemist, right? And then you have one enchanted world provides the means for transformation, the latent aspect of daily life into the golden experience available to all. Okay, so transforming, regular per se aspects of it, and going into the, the golden experiences, right? Like what I tell you, it's not about getting your nails done. Yes, everybody loves I love getting my nails done, but it's about maybe having epiphanies, maybe, understanding the messages that God, source, energy, Buddha, whoever it is that you believe in, are sending you. It's about you understanding self so you can be a better person. And then the truth, right? The truth. You could not be truthful with another person unless you are first truthful and honest with yourself. The truth is not afraid of questions. Absolutely. So anybody that does not, answer any type of questions that you're giving them, or, that answering any type of questions you're asking, then they're not truthful to themselves. So how could they be truthful to you? They can't. So I hope this message helped, okay? And we'll see how it continues. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe, and really help me grow my channel. Love and light.